Hey guys, welcome back to the Runway Insight video series. Thank you for tuning in. This is episode number 11. And in this episode, we're going to take a look at the Commercial Level Simulations MD-8182 aircraft add-on. This aircraft will be landing at the Unalaska Airport, which is more commonly known as the Dutch Harbor Airport. The weather conditions for this video are a bit interesting. The weather scenario is consistent with a strong winter storm with wind gusts over 40 knots and heavy snow falling.
Don't sink. Don't sink. Don't sink. Don't sink.
As you just saw in the video, the first approach to Dutch Harbor Airport resulted in a go-around. The aircraft appeared to slightly gain altitude during the final mile of the approach. The aircraft will now fly to about 4,000 feet in altitude and make its way back to the approach pattern for runway 12. Hey guys, thank you for tuning in for the 12th episode of the Runway Insight video series. This episode features the Dillingham airfield, which was seen in a previous episode. On your screen right now is the Rockwell Commander 114 flying over the island of Oahu in the state of Hawaii. I've only flown this aircraft for a few hours in the sim, but it's definitely a good add-on for Flight Sim 10. I really like that this aircraft is very maneuverable and fairly fast for its single prop type. I will be featuring this aircraft more in the next episode of the Flight Simulator Experience Show coming up in a few weeks. Coming up in just a moment, we'll watch this aircraft make a turn to join final approach for landing at Dillingham Airfield, and landing will be on runway 26. This airport scenery is from an Aerosoft add-on, and if you want more details about the scenery or the aircraft, you can find some links in the description box. Hey guys, welcome to the 13th episode of the Runway Insight video series. Thank you for tuning in. This episode features another airport scenery add-on that I purchased a few weeks ago from Aerosoft. This is the Ibiza airport. The island of Ibiza is part of the country of Spain, and some of you might know it as a popular tourist destination. This video also features the Boeing 707-320B, which was developed by Captain Sim, and you can find more details about each of these add-ons in the description box. The runway at Ibiza airport is about 9,100 feet in length, and the weather conditions are similar to a strong thunderstorm, which resulted in significant crosswinds on approach for landing. Welcome back to the Runway Insight video series. Thank you for tuning in for episode 14. This episode features the Ibiza airport, which was seen in a previous episode. This airport scenery, as you might remember, is from a payware add-on that's available at Aerosoft. The aircraft in this episode is the Airbus A321 from the Airbus X add-on. In previous episodes, I've featured the A320 from the same add-on pack. I have been reading through all of your requests for landing scenarios, and many of you asked for a landing to take place during the evening hours at an airport, so this video showcases that viewer request. Coming up in a few moments, you will watch this Air Berlin A321-211 land on runway 24 at Ibiza Airport. The runway length is just over 9,000 feet, and the winds are calm for this approach and landing.
100, 50, 40, 30, 20.
Hey guys, welcome back to the Runway Insight video series. Thank you very much for tuning in. This is episode 15 of the series, and in this episode we will revisit the Gibraltar Airport, which was seen back in episode 2. This episode, though, will feature the Aerosoft Airport scenery add-on for the Gibraltar Airport, so the scenery will look considerably better than it did back in episode 2, when default scenery was used. I'm sure most of you have noticed that the aircraft for this video is the Boeing 757-200, which was developed by Captain Sim. I've featured the 757 a few times in this video series so far because it's one of my favorite aircraft in the simulator. In a moment we'll watch the landing on runway 27, which has a runway length of over 5,300 feet.